Okay, I started recording. You guys should be just as exuberant about playing Monster of the Week as you were when I first asked. You guys want to play Monster of the Week?
Whoop, 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 whoop,
All
whoop.
right.
I feel like the exuberance has gone down.
got tired. Use it all up.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
You get
We lost
one,
the
Michael.
moment.
You get one.
You get one.
We're all old, especially Brian.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, he's got your back there.
Yes, previously a lady had found a crystal that was also doing magic amplification. It was amplifying her kind of latent psionic power. Actually, they weren't latent for her so much, but latent people's psionic powers and hers on purpose. She was using it to actually, if I remember correctly, she wasn't really using it like she thought she was using it. Anyway, you guys were able to resolve that by confronting
Killing
her
her
at a mountaintop. Did you kill her?
No,
No.
I didn't think you killed her. No.
Uh,
You were able
Bobby
to
assaulted
subdue
her.
her. And,
yeah, I knocked her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an issue, I think.
you got an issue.
Haven't like the last couple sessions, I punched people that
Yeah,
knocked them out.
once per game. Punch him in the
I
nose.
mean, it's better than killing her. Like,
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
signature move.
Anyway, you were able to resolve it, or at least confiscate the crystal from her through non-lethal means. Yay! In fact, you saw it in action, when the crystal in action, when it amplified her own emotional anger at the ATVers that you guys saved.
Yeah.
That you kind of caused like a it's hard to say a landslide because rocks just started to come up and begin to bury them. But anyway, that was last session. You were able to resolve it. As mentioned, Lila was able to collect that crystal to put in her private collection. All of your chakras have been aligned, and we will go ahead and have an opening scene. Well, because it's now canon, we will open in the diner in the corner booth. The four of you, and just for giggle's sake, let's put the crystal right in the middle of the table as you all kind of look over it, and it hums psionically in the room.
Is Lila doing that?
I don't know. I just wanted you to set the
I got
scene.
the sense based on last week we wouldn't see it again.
Yeah, Lila's
that's
greedy
fair.
with the crystal.
Maybe at my apartment
Maybe it's
or
a fake one.
room.
it's
Sorry, I
a
didn't mean
big
to
one.
derail things.
This is just one of those salt lights.
Salt lamps.
It's a purple one.
We have to stick to canon. No altering the canon.
Himalayan purple salt.
Salt lamps don't exist in this world.
Okay, no crystal then. No crystal in the middle of the
No crystal
just
for
a
any of you.
salt.
I'm
Just a salt
No crystal for anybody.
candle
now.
thing. But the
Lila,
kind of
where's the crystal?
oh, there you go.
Well, it isn't safe really to take it out and about, so it I've got it safe at home.
Then we cut to a scene where there's a guy in janitor's clothes putting the crystal in a crate, storing
And
it.
that's really
It's in a safe place.
that's just until I figure out how to make it smaller so I can take it with me more. But it's really big, unfortunately.
Put it with your découpers.
Découpers, yes. They're rare.
What, Jacob?
I was just saying, like, can you get a chip off of it, like a chip of it, so you can carry that around and still communicate with it?
Yeah, just
Might have to ask
huck off a
nicely.
chunk
I
of the spirit inside.
suggested that, and I'm still kind of learning to work with it.
The scuttlebutt around the diner today is that they 3 bodies were found on the outskirts in the woods on the outskirts of Nocturne, brutally mangled, clawed up, look like animal attacks. But the police are being pretty hush hush about it. And they're just towing that line that it was animal attacks. But say that again.
I'm saying, does anybody in Nocturne really believe? Well, it's animal, but what kind of animal? Extraterrestrial, interdimensional.
I apologize. I opened saying 3 bodies. I should have said 3 bodies have been found over the course of the last week that have been heavily mutilated, and seems like animal attacks. Not just today, not just overnight.
No, yeah, but
sorry,
sure
go ahead.
A lot of people in Nocturne are suspicious.
Oh, 100%. I don't think anybody in this town believes the public line.
I don't.
Excuse me. Oops. But that's the general scuttlebutt. That there've been these rash of what seem to be animal attacks on the outskirts of Nocturne. As for the crystal and stuff with that, I think that's still kind of an ongoing investigation with Miskatonic as to what happened there.
I'll look over at Lila and see if she wants to give Jean a call. See if she knows anything about these attacks.
Oh. Jean. Oh, right. The contact at Miskatonic. Right.
Yeah.
Is this the session where we get her killed?
Oh, no.
She's the 4th victim?
That was not my intention.
Never is.
How
I
can...
could-
Oh, go ahead.
I could reach out to them, but I feel like Max's cop friends might know more, really.
Did they say where the 3 bodies were found generally? And have they given out identities?
They have not given out identities. And outskirts, I realize that's vague. There is a wooded area. Let's go with just north of Nocturne. That they were found. It was probably about a half mile in from a main road.
Up in where?
Yeah, they were originally found by some hikers because their dog was attracted to the scene. Let's put it that way.
When was the last one found?
The most recent one would have been last night, this morning. The news would have hit town this morning.
Okay.
I could use the Naked City move. I can hit up my police contacts.
Is that BB?
Yeah, or I have him out of the past. You got a police buddy to do you big favors. But I also have this Naked City where I have some local contact. But I can make
No, that's fine. I thought that was the same person. That's why I said it.
It could be the same person, right? It could be the same, one and the same.
I imagine, but
sure.
Who would? Well, no. Who do you? Who do you want it to be?
It could be BB because we were going. Let's go with BB.
I mean, but Brian, do you want it to be BB?
Yes, I do. I want it to be streamlined because I can keep track. If I start creating other NPCs, I'm gonna be like, what the? Who's what?
You'll just have to remind me. And then they can get a completely different voice every time because that's how it works.
Well, you want a different voice? You want somebody different instead of old timey newspaper guy? We can do it.
Hey, you see?
It's here. So I get a +1. Hit my friend about +1 to investigate a mystery role. So I'm gonna call a BB and say, should we be, animal attacks? We all look at each other at the diner table like, no, we don't buy it. Everybody's shaking their head too. We should be concerned. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call BB. I'm gonna investigate a mystery.
Hey, Max. What do ya? It's BB. You should probably know because you dialed my number.
Yes, I did. I rolled 2. Well, +1 is a 9, so mixed success.
Okay.
Forward to mystery. Yeah. BB. Come on. Animal attacks. Really? I think that's as old as I am. That worn-out trope. What should we be on the lookout for here? Because this concerns all of us. Like what?
What do you mean, Max? You don't buy the line that it was a bunch of animals? I don't know why.
No, well, unless it's other.
Come on, you don't trust the police around here, Max.
That's why I left, BB. Come on.
You're laughing at me, you know.
I am.
Look, listen. Listen. The eggheads down the lab told me that they found a whole slew of fur and other things around the bodies. So that's where they're going with the animal story. The bodies were definitely all clawed up, hurt up, mutilated. So it seems pretty straightforward, but problem is, it doesn't seem like no marks that they've ever recognized.
Well, there you go. Ding, ding, ding. That's the $64 question. No kind of marks? Do tell. Spill some tea, BB, and not just on your tie.
There's definitely marks. I apologize if my dumb voice
But
and
they don't know what kind of marks. Like,
right.
That's why I'm telling BB to spill the tea.
Claw marks too big for your average woodland animal. At least the ones around here. And by the looks of it, there were at least 3 or 4 of them.
3 or 4? No description? I mean, 3 or 4 big animals gotta cause some kind of
Well, forensics showed the, I'm just going to say, teeth marks of 2 different animals.
Mm-hmm. Is there any way you could send me a picture of them? On the QT, on the down low, on the hush hush. You got my phone number.
Max, I'd love to, but the eggheads are keeping it under wraps. I don't have a lot of access to that stuff right now.
Because this could be something, this could be big.
I suppose. I certainly hope not.
It's Nocturne, BB. Come on, it's Nocturne.
You trying to tell me something, Max? Do you know something?
No,
should I tell the eggheads?
If I know something, you'll know something. You got to give me more to work with, BB. Because I can crack this case. A little more information. Come on, we're pals.
A little more information, a little more action, baby.
Yeah. Come on, BB. You know who it is. You know who you do.
A little more bite.
A little more fire. More smoke.
That's all about I know, Max. How's the wife? Wait, you're not married. How's the girlfriend?
Yeah, she's
the
got
mistress?
She's got a leak. I got to patch her up.
Hearing that on the phone, Jane looks over at Max.
It's a long story, Jane.
It's been a real gas talking to you again, Max.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun chewing the fat with you, BB. You take care. Brush your hair. I end the call.
Ting.
Well, I tell everybody, and even Jane's quizzical look, I'll explain to you later.
Oh, good.
This is it. I mean, BB sounds like he doesn't know much. I still find it hard to believe, but who knows? Who knows who's exerting?
BB would have been able to give you some more direct. What's the word I'm looking for?
Excuse me.
Location. A place that
Okay.
if you wanted to go tromping around the woods, he would have been able to give you the deets on how to get back to the scene of the crime.
Okay. So this is the info. We'll make of it what you will. But this potentially could affect any one of us.
Is this you presenting your findings from BB to the table?
Yeah, I'm telling them, it is what it is. I mean, it's such as it is. It's a little meager, but you have these I use air quotes, beasts just ripping people apart. I mean, eventually it could be any one of us. Cue ominous music. Dun, dun, dun.
Well,
That's where we cut to
an intro music. Yeah.
Oh yes, theme
Or
song.
a picture of Carl throwing on a rare burger on the grill. Mutilated body. And then the intro music.
Exactly. I love it. For those that don't know, we used to do intro music.
Yes,
I don't
good
remember
intro music.
if Doug and Bobby were part of that.
Doug would hate that.
I do hate it. I do hate it.
Oh, it was so good. It was great intro music.
I would do a break and we would do intro music. But yeah, Max, you could definitely present this to the table. He would be able to give you guys, as I mentioned, more pinpoint location of the scene of the crime, or where scenes of the crime. Scenes of the crimes. Words. I mean, whether you guys act on it or not, that's up to you. Although in the world of Monster of the Week, that probably wouldn't bode well long term.
Yeah, I think we're gonna pass on this one.
Okay, let's let the authorities.
Let's run the countdown down to the last one. And then
the procrastinators monster of the week.
spend 3 sessions shopping, and then I'm just waiting for someone else to say we should go up there.
3 sessions shopping.
Do it.
Oh, I thought I did.
Well, I said it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I didn't hear either.
Oh.
Well,
It's probably just running my mouth.
Jacob did. So there.
Whose car are we taking?
Seeing as none of us actually have a car,
Yeah.
We should have them back by now, right?
I thought Max had a car.
it was a rental and then it blew up at the gas station.
That's right.
What about Jacob's car?
It got destroyed when I hit the lady before we killed her.
Oh, that's true.
I guess we're taking the bus.
Oh no, it made it to. Sorry, no, my car made it to the church after that, and then got blown up or struck by lightning.
Well, the insurance company got you a loaner.
Right.
You guys can figure out. I mean, you don't have to pick a particular car. We can just manifest one into existence if you so desire.
You can also use public transit.
Also use public transit.
We're not using public transit.
Max
would definitely either get a loaner or he'd have a car.
Jacob's got a
Oh yeah, you can't brush
VW.
arms with the rest of us. Is that it, Max?
That's right.
Sorry.
He's too good. He's too good for the public.
Fucking A, right.
Jacob picked up like a old VW bus.
Nice.
Perfect. Can we paint it green?
Can I paint
Shag
Yay!
carpet and everything. Pop up with the pop up roof and all that.
Can we
It's
paint
actually
it? Can
like
we
been
paint it?
restored. What'd you say?
Can we paint it? Can we paint it?
Sure.
Yay!
Fire engine red.
No.
God no.
I'll
Oh.
spray some Lysol when I get on it.
So I guess you don't want the new car fire engine red. You guys,
You gotta.
which transportation did the party take? Together?
The VW.
Okay. So the mystery machine, is that what it's called in
That's what it's called. Scooby Doo.
That's what it's called in Scooby Doo. Yeah.
So you guys take the mystery machine out there, pull over to the side of the road. It's kind of this
Yes, that is the one.
country highway. Now I gotta see. Let's see. There you go.
Because they have that distinct sound.
Yeah.
Now they have the VW buzz. Anyway, you kind of pull over to the side of the road. It's like a country highway, interstate kind of thing. And you walk yourselves out to the woods, the one that is kind of closest to the road. You find yourself in a clearing. There's no body there anymore. However, the remains of, blood, some viscera, and, the the general, like, detritus that's been all moved around on the ground, like the leaves and the sticks and the dirt have all been obviously disturbed, not just by the forensics teams that have been out here, but also it seems like there's at some point a struggle on the ground here in this kind of clearing in the woods here. The camera would pull in and it would show the four of you kind of circled around the depression in the ground here where the scuffle happened, and clearly the victim eventually died. The blood still kind of stains the dirt, and it would pan out to show all four of you, just surrounding this untimely place of death for someone. What do you do after making it to this unfortunate landmark?
Just a quick question. How far away, or do we know the location of the other two bodies? And how far away are those in relation, in whatever way you want to impart that information?
I would say all the bodies are in about a mile radius. Not necessarily a mile from each other, but they are all kind of clustered within this 1 mile radius of one another.
Okay.
Kind of clustered in the woods out here, kind of the outskirts of Nocturne.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's early, like kind of. Oh, I keep having to burp. I'm so sorry, audience. Time of day. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Early or late morning, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I want to just look around. I mean, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go sort of look around as if I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna have my drone going.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Starting with Lila, go ahead and roll investigate a mystery. You're looking around. You're poking around, trying to see what there is to see.
Yeah.
Okay. Hurry.
I clicked it. Did it?
It shows mixed success of a 7. Do you have any bonuses for that
Oh,
outside
okay.
of the normal one?
Finally went through for me. My optimism.
Okay.
But I do also have forensic divination, so it gives me a thing. How do you think the things where you don't have an ability to click?
I mean, you could give it an ability, but
Oh, you can drag it into the
Can you?
chat.
Drag it into the speech.
Oh, there, like that. There you go.
Oh,
I got that thing.
it
So
gives a UID. Nice. Sorry, I was just testing. When you successfully investigate a mystery, you may ask, what magic was done here, as a free extra question.
So what magic was done here?
Hold on 1 second. What magic was done here? It's interesting. What kind of magic is this? What kind of magic would this be?
Why don't you just tell us what it is and we could probably help you out?
That to me too.
Is it magic or not?
Be funny if you said there isn't any.
What's shape-shifting magic? That isn't thaumaturgy.
Purification. I mean, it's
lycanthropy.
Are we Harry Potter or D&D or Lord?
What are we?
Abjuration?
Yeah, are we Oblivion?
Say that again. Sorry.
I'm just being silly. So shape-shifting stuff happened here?
Yes.
Hey guys, shape-shifting stuff definitely went down here.
Knew it.
Mhm.
I
you
knew it.
You can
Man, the
smell it
budget on the show
basically.
is through the roof.
Can you smell it? What can we? That's great, Lila. What can we smell? Is there any?
Yeah, it smells kind of fizzy.
Fizzy.
It's got an effervescence.
Uh-huh.
Are werewolves real? Looking at Lila or Max or Jacob.
Sure.
Is there confirmation in my reality that I know of?
I believe it. I mean, come on, it's Nocturne.
To the best of your
I would answer according to my education.
I was about to say, to the best of your knowledge and your education, Lila, lycanthropy is a thing.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a thing.
Is it?
And not to further give away the ghost, but your investigative mystery, I was going to have you find some tufts of wiry hair in and around the area here.
So,
rubbed up
what do
against
we?
The trees and things.
Yeah. So, what do we know about like werewolves? Like
for the nards.
Werewolf Man's got nards.
Is it
great movie?
Is it like a disease or is it, I don't know, more of a shamany thing for Nocturne World?
Or a curse.
Or a curse.
Yeah, what do we know? How does it affect our particular neck of the woods? Pun fully intended.
Your education in lycanthropy was somewhat limited, Lila.
Mm-hmm.
But when they did talk about it, the what's the word I'm looking for? The tone was one of it treated lycanthropy like a disease needing eradicated, not something to be cultivated or harnessed, but rather eradicated like a disease.
Okay.
Oh.
But once you have it, that's that, like Lyme disease or something.
It's the lupus of the magic world. Get it? But yeah, it's it's not a STD. It's not sexually transmitted, but yes, it is a death sentence, I guess, as far as Nocturne, as far as Miskatonic is concerned. Not necessarily the disease itself is terminal, but that you should be terminated if you have it.
In order to remove it. So that tracks with Lila's beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to ask this politely, Jane. But like, can you get sort of a scent off of this fur? I don't. I hope I don't offend you, but I feel like that might be a thing you could do.
Let me check something for a second.
Is this Doug checking something or Jane checking something?
Yeah, this is me. No, Jane doesn't check things.
Jane doesn't check things.
Come on.
Oh, I gotta ask Michael a question. I have to do it in private.
Okay.
Okay.
$35.
Okay, I'll send that along to you on my Venmo. I don't have Venmo.
Okay, let's go.
Can't type, but I need to type. It's a very strange sentence.
You don't think the kids in that van were doing marijuana, do you?
No.
No.
For shame.
I don't know. The swerve.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's make this one. Yeah.
Let's make it.
Okay. So, I guess then can I smell something?
Sure.
Maybe. Okay. Yes, Lila, I can smell blood.
The blood of a what? Blood of a.
He doesn't know. Jane would have no idea what that is.
I think we should go to the other ones and see what you can tell there.
All right. Are there any obvious trail? Is this a hiking trail, or on a hiking trail, or next to?
Sure, let's go with that.
Are there any obvious like footprints of, or dog prints, wolf prints that we see anywhere? Right.
I would say that you might see dog prints regardless because of people walking their animals. But if you're looking for a specific type of print, I would say give me another investigative mystery, but you know, I mean, you don't have to. The answer to your question is you would definitely see various prints, animal prints. Some of them maybe even just like hoof deer prints, but also domesticated animals. Along with those domesticated animals, Jane, you would have definitely seen some much larger canine footprints that looked out of place. Yes.
Do they go in a direction? Or is it just like one or two in a random spot, or?
You see, you see like a mess of them, for lack of a better term. It seems like they have definitely been traveling on this trail. Occasionally, you do see the prints kind of trail off directly into the woods in certain directions. Not necessarily with any real rhyme or reason, if that makes sense. You don't know if they've just been stalking the woods here, and so they might just have footprints everywhere, or if there's like some concerted effort moving through here. But as I said, you would definitely see some prints for sure.
Okay, I'm just going to point down
Okay.
at the ground until everybody comes over and looks. Then I'm going to get a little maternal about this and look at these three small people and their skinny arms and say, we should get weapons.
Oh.
You should get armor.
Oh boy. Knew it.
Because this seems like a very bad situation for these weak people to get involved in.
Well, I mean, these are my weapons, and she's just gonna, hands out and make a little flamey flame.
Some of us need a little bit more.
Oh, do I know that Lila's jacket has got some armor protection?
Oh, I don't know.
She wouldn't be hiding it from you guys, so it probably came up at some point.
And you're wearing it?
Always.
Okay. Lila's good. Max, Jacob.
Yeah.
Get weapons.
I mean,
I
I've got
think
my handgun and my shotgun.
I'm thinking we might need more.
Silver. Werewolves. Silver kills werewolves. I've seen more than one movie. That is the truth.
Do we
Jacob,
know this?
Jacob
though?
pulls out a couple silver bullets for his gun, his handgun.
Paranoid fucker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get into this. No, he's gonna see some shit.
That's the thing. Do we know this for sure? Looking at Lila, that
Do we know
silver,
which for sure?
that silver does affect.
No. Oh.
Do we?
No, Delilah.
Jane is convinced.
Yeah, Jane's convinced, and Max is like, "Well, I've seen the movies too, but there's all the tropes. It's like there's a kernel of truth to a lot of things, but I want to be sure." Because Max just has his handgun, that's it. I mean, he always carries it with him, but he's now getting a little.
Does it carry silver bullets?
Probably not, because unless we were infested with creatures that were susceptible to silver, he would. So I'm gonna say no. He probably has silver bullets because this is Nocturne after all. Prepares for whatever crazy thing might come out, but not carrying it on him. If we just came from the diner to here, no, he does not. But anyway, the question is, do we know if silver is the deal or not?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Would my education have said that
Yes.
silver?
What Brian said. Sorry, what? Yes.
Okay. And how about the moon? Are they ruled by the moon, or is that just a myth?
Myth.
Okay.
Mm.
And can they do like half wolf things, or just full on wolf or full on humanoid?
I'm trying to answer, but I keep burping. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I just figured you were trying to
Chinese
decide
food
the
is-
FX
Use
budget.
the burp to answer.
That
No.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yes.
See, perfect.
boys are the worst.
Yeah, true.
That was a fake burp, so just simmer down. I can conjure up a real one if you really need it.
Ugh.
My buddy Jimmy is absolutely gross. He's like, just open your throat. And it literally sounds like he's vomiting on the microphone. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? It is so gross. And he's like, what?
What?
What? You're gross, dude. He literally sounds like you're vomiting on the mic.
So how about that Wolfman thing?
How about that Wolfman thing?
Yeah, it's the Wolfie Man shit. True
Observed
or
in
not?
the Miskatonic has little information about observed directly in the wild.
Okay.
The ones they have documented are full conversions, so to speak. Either or, it's on or off. That said, they do admit that Miskatonic has a limited scope of knowledge when it comes to lycanthropes. Just that they are excessively aggressive in their more feral canine state.
Have they ever gotten their hands on one? Like, to fulfill that whole "let's kill them all when we find them" thing. Have they
Let's go with sure.
dispatched?
Let's go with
Okay.
yes. They have in the past dispatched lycanthropes.
Okay, then one last question. Do they have a high pain tolerance? I feel like that's something they would have found out.
They have a high pain tolerance.
Hey, that's good to know about your opponent because sometimes he'll just keep hitting you even if you break his arm.
Yeah.
The old
No.
PCP
True.
wolf.
True.
He's on the smack.
The real monster was fentanyl all along.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Keep
sound like I was hissing.
tangenting. You don't know.
Okay. Well, I will share all of those things that I did know with the group.
Okay.
So you just a bit of an info dump at here in the death site, the crime scene.
Well,
Knowledge
I
is
figured
power.
that she kind of shares that on our walk to the next one. Like,
Mm.
we gotta chat about something. Or some fun werewolf facts.
Who doesn't love fun werewolf facts?
I just wish I would have bought silver bullets, but that's okay. I'll just stand behind Jane, Jacob, and Lila, and give me the keys to the van in case. Because I'm really good at driving, and the cars don't last so when I drive, but I can get us out of something. I wish I tucked more into my Wellingtons than my dress pants legs.
Yeah, here. He'll give you the keys. He'll let you drive.
No, I'm kidding. No, but it might not be a bad idea. Let's see how it goes. So yeah. Oh, since I'm yapping away, I just quick. Is there any wildlife going on? Birds chirping, that sort of thing, or is it eerily quiet?
Oh no, it's woodland. There's chirping. There's
Okay.
birds. There's
Critters scurrying around, and okay. Because absent that, then the antenna would be out. Something's up. But okay, nature endures. Good. That's a good sign, everybody. And Max is clearly a city guy, so it's like, yeah, it's a good sign. As he's chomping around in Brooks Brothers suit with Wellingtons.
Jacob.
Perfect.
Give me a sharp roll. This is for your robot.
Robot?
Okay. Jacob, you on your drone see what appear to be some rustling in the bushes nearby.
I will try and quietly get their attention and point to where I'm seeing the rustling.
Okay.
And I'll try and see if I can maneuver. Once I know they've realized, I'm gonna try and maneuver the drone around, and see if I can see what it is.
How do you guys react to being told that there's stuff in the bushes? I'm going to start with Jane.
I'll step forward in front of everyone.
Okay.
And wonder, does it smell like the thing I can smell?
No.
Okay.
Because of what you told me in PM, in private,
Yeah.
you might smell something, but it wouldn't be that thing, if that makes sense. It wouldn't be the
Like that's that just based on things. That's a distinct thing that I can smell,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't smell other things. Other than that, my sense of smell is normal, I guess, as far as I know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You might smell
yeah.
something else, but it ain't that
Right.
Yeah.
spidey sense
Wet
smell
dog.
that you have
Yep.
for
Okay,
that one
okay.
particular thing.
Yeah, then I'll just step forward.
I guess my main question about how you guys react is it conspicuous or not?
It is for Jane.
Okay.
Jane's the one in the group that instantly looks directly at whatever you're talking about.
And I step towards it.
And he's just...
Oh, that wasn't the one.
Because if there's anybody else who's between me and it, they need to get behind me. I'm assuming a werewolf's going to jump out.
A werewolf jumps out right at you, Jane.
I'm gonna rip it. I'm gonna grab the top and bottom
And
jaw.
two more appear from the bushes from the side. You guys are not surprised, of course, because of a bit of a heads up, thanks to one Max.
Oh, it's
Or not
legit.
Max, but
Yeah, I thought he was kidding too.
no, you hit the nail on the head.
Oh, fuck.
Kid all you want.
Shit. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Shit. Silver bullets always have a pocket full of silver.
Yeah. Jacob left as soon as he sees that it's a werewolf. Jacob lets go of the controller for the drone and pulls out his handgun.
What is this AI art you're putting on the side of your van? What is this?
Oh, it's the one of them's gonna be the image on the side of the van.
The second one literally looks like the investigator bros being snuck up on by like a monster holding a camera behind him. Like, I'm gonna get you.
Are you sure these are werewolves? It's not a guy with no arms and no legs in the pile of leaves whose name is Russell.
What's that from?
Just a bad joke that I've had dying to use since Michael said, "Oh, it's a rustling."
The Russell.
Yes.
Oh, Brian.
The Russell and leave.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor guy.
The poor guy. Where do you guy with no arms and no legs and you hang him on a wall?
What?
His name is Art.
Right.
I'm sorry. Okay, werewolves were getting attacked by
These are
werewolves.
like jokes from third grade, just so we're all
of course.
on the same page.
Yeah, that's fine.
Call it
That's
guy
where we're all at.
That is where we're all at.
I have more,
I'm
but
gonna
we're getting
blast
attacked
one.
by. Yeah, let's kill these or mitigate some werewolves.
Well, let's start with Jane since he's in the front. Jane, you were being accosted by 3 werewolves, effectively. One immediately in your face. I want to go with they're more dog-like in this particular world. So they kind of attack, coming at you on all 4s.
Bad dog.
Okay, then I would like to
Sit, Ubu, sit.
Yeah. Good dog.
I want to smash the one in front straight down and then just swing my arms out to the side, hopefully hitting the other two out of the way. No, it's
Okay. And then he started smashing. So the one that leapt from the bushes, it's leaping directly at you, Jane. You go to block it by smashing it out of the sky. Basically, you're smashing it out of the.
Yep. I guess I should roll.
I guess
I
kick
think.
some ass.
Okay. Not a great roll to start with, people. For me,
Oh, Gene.
but that's okay.
Now you have what, 3 armor, right? So in my head, this says 3 clawing damage to you as it kind of tries to latch onto you and cut into you with these sharp claws and teeth.
I literally have no armor.
Well, you don't have armor, but you have like tough skin or something, don't you? Some kind of.
Yeah, well, I have 1 point is free.
Tough skin.
I don't take 1 point of each attack.
Okay.
Then the remaining damage, whenever I take damage, I have to roll my unquenchable vitality, and that will heal me instantly and stabilize me. But there's the potential that I could fail,
Okay.
which is something I have to roll every time I get hit. So in this case, I only heal 1 of the points, so I'm really only soaking 2 damage.
Okay, cool. So then, Jane, you take 1 damage.
All right.
And like it.
And I do 4 damage.
Ooh.
4 damage. Okay, perfect. Jane, you are currently basically locked with this dog-like werewolf. Very large. I want to say these are like mastiff size big dogs. Even maybe larger than that.
Okay.
Like an oversized wolfhound.
All right.
And so you're currently in grapples with this one and fighting it tooth and nail. Let's go to Jacob. You stepped away for a second, or you didn't step away. You said you wanted to do something.
I let go of the control, like
Right.
I assume I had the controller because I was using the drone. I let it go, which it's got a lanyard, so it just drops.
Okay.
Lanyard, and I pulled out my handgun.
You have silver bullets?
I said I did before. I could see him having them,
Good.
so I wasn't sure if he's gonna let me or not.
Well, I could argue that you may travel with them, but do you think you'd always have them loaded?
When we figured out and started talking about them being it, I said I pulled them out.
I didn't hear that. Nice.
No, he did. Yeah. I have my flamethrower. Did I tell you that? My woodland
It's a
flamethrower.
silver flamethrower.
Yes, it shoots silver fire. Because we didn't get time for that.
I have my
regular
lycanthropy
fire.
armor. Protects from any claw bites from werewolves.
I was going to get a cold pop in the woods. And the werewolves.
Sorry, that just tickled me. I was going to get a cold pop in the woods.
In the woods.
Which is where you go to get a cold pop.
Yeah. What's that woman from like 10 years ago? I thought there was a fire. I was going to get a cold pop. I thought it was a barbecue. Then it was a fire. Nobody got time. You never saw that? Oh, I'll link it. Oh my god. Oh, you people.
I apologize,
Wait,
Jacob.
is that
completely...
nobody got time for that, lady?
Yeah, you got no time for that, lady. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Jacob.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Okay.
wait a minute. If you don't know that,
He's referencing the deep cut.
Hand in your millennial cards.
It's like a
I didn't
original
remember the
meme.
dialogue leading up. Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail it. So blast away, Jacob.
Jacob, you're being jumped by a werewolf leaping from the bushes.
Yeah, he's gonna attack.
You know what? Wolves don't bark enough. You know?
No, they don't.
Always like, "Wow." Anyway, sorry, Jake. For saying for the fourth time, I'm so sorry.
We're having a good time. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it. Do I guess I haven't shot things very much recently. Do I just roll my weapon?
I don't think
kick
you
some ass.
roll at
Kick
all.
some
Does
ass.
it kick some ass? Okay.
Tough. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jacob, how many shots do you unload into this animal?
Yeah, probably 3. Like there's a
Triple taps. You triple tap this mangy mutt, and it falls to the ground, but not after clawing you.
No.
You use the silver bullets, right? That's the only way this is. Otherwise, it would have taken normal harm.
Yeah.
Okay. It falls to the ground, letting out this horrible whimpering whine. Go ahead.
I suffer 1 less harm.
Okay, perfect. So you would only take 2 harm then. By the way, if you all started this session with harm, you should reset your harm.
Oh.
Between episodes, we do that.
So
So
I would have taken 3 harm.
Yeah,
Dang.
they claw pretty mean like.
Oof. Good thing I'm a medic.
And who's left? Let's attack. All the D6.
I want to blast one.
Yeah,
wanna
Lila
blast
said
it?
she was
Okay.
blasting. Yeah.
And it'll jump at you, Lila.
Perfectly fine. I will blast it in return.
Grace, did you take the bong?
I did. I've got it right here. It's safe.
Ooh. 8
Anyway.
combat magic, huge. What does
So
this
I
look?
take harm. They take harm.
How much dips does this do? Blast,
We'll
2 harm.
do a 2 harm, and then, if possible, I would like to also restrain it for now, and kind of scramble away backward.
Oh, so using this earth, add forceful restraining to the base.
Exactly.
It claws at you.
Roots will shoot up.
You definitely exchange harm as it tears away from you, like the blast of your magic pushes it off of you, and the nails and teeth kind of drag against your flesh as it's forced from you. And yes, you kind of bind it to the ground. What does that look like? The roots, is it like a root spell where like branches and leaves and vines and things would grow out of the ground and bind it to the ground, or?
Yeah, I like to think that most of her stuff is kind of big and loud and messy. And so I just like to picture literal dirt and roots kind of coming up and wrapping around the thing.
Okay, perfect.
Like a cocoon.
Just what I imagined.
Not huge roots, but like.
Ain't got no
Slither
roots.
Anyway.
Awesome.
She's gonna scramble backwards out of continuing clawing range.
And that was 2 damage, right?
Yeah, 2 harm. Loud. All that stuff.
Obvious. Okay. Max, you find yourself staring down what looks to be a werewolfy dog, big ass dog, bound to the ground, and you would see Jane currently struggling, fighting off a equally large dog that is trying to graft itself or implant its teeth into Jane's face.
What's the one that Jacob shot? It's dead, right? He killed it outright?
Dead.
Good. All right.
Dead dog.
Dead dog. The only good dog is a dead dog. No, it's very bad. So the one is restrained, so I'm going to assist Jane. And I'm going to take out my Magnum, my Charter Bulldog Magnum, and I'm going to blast it. Is he like death? Like, so I might hit Jane, right? Is that an issue?
I don't know. It depends on how you roll, huh?
I know. Yeah.
I would imagine being Jane's size. That, yeah.
Yeah. I just
always an
Jane's
issue.
like he's a giant brick wall. So I'd have to get in really
Jane
close.
would not discourage this if like there was a conversation about this. Like, shoot.
I'm gonna have to get close because I don't want to hit Jane. So can I circle around them? I'm gonna tromp and circle around, and when Jane is fighting with this thing, I'm gonna kind of walk up close and blast it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
That's
Given the
what-
status of all
yeah,
of
what do you
them,
think?
I would say yes. You can reposition freely.
There's no other sounds of barking or
No.
whining. The Wolfax. Thank you, Grace, for putting that up. That's pretty cool. Did not know about barking
Right.
wolves.
Me neither.
Okay. Rolling kick ass. That's tough. Nice. Oh, good. Jane was holding the wolf just in that sweet spot. That like 5-second when nobody was moving.
The kinetic energy of the bullet hitting the massive wolf throws it from Jane, and it tumbles into the grass, kind of spinning around in the leaves and dirt before finding its footing again and growling at you before it clearly begins to turn tail and run.
I'd like to run after and try to catch it with the no limits.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, my rolls are garbage.
Can we help? Can I help
What
him?
are the no limits? Remind me where you put your physical body past them. I see.
Yeah, on a 7 to 9, I can do what I wanted to do, but I suffer a consequence.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh.
And I will suffer a negative 1
Excuse me.
forward.
Okay. Is that for all weird rolls, or just
No,
all
it's
rolls?
No, it's for all rolls. It's just for the next roll. Whatever my next roll is. Forward is just the next roll. Ongoing is all of them. But it's a negative 1 to whatever the next roll is. I do.
So is this kind of like a lead-in roll? Like you want to like no limits and then like roll an act under pressure? Or
I'm trying to do a no limits to sprint up to it as fast as I can and not let it get away.
no? And I figured that, but then when you catch up, like I guess in my idea, mechanically, are they expecting you, the player or the keeper, to ask for a no limits roll, which you gave me, followed up because of the way it asks for like -1 forward, like whatever your next roll is? Is it presuming that there's a follow-up roll to this one? Is that what you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they're not presuming that because if the no limits is like push something away and you were able to push it away, you have a -1 to a investigate a mystery if the next thing you try to do is look for something. But I'm gonna get a -1 to killing the wolf dead. That's what I plan to do.
Oh, so you want to catch up and attack it?
I want to catch up and crush it down and jump on it and tackle it and squeeze it to death. Please.
Kick the ass, I guess. So you just all see Jane go barreling through the woods after this wolfhound. You try to Mario stomp it.
I'm actually doing a flying, like a run and jump tackle. And then when I land on it, I'm going to squeeze it as hard as I can, crushing it. Into
You
the ground
flying
with all my
tackle
weight.
and then bear hug it.
Yep.
Nice.
And for that, I'll do 5 damage, ignore armor.
Five damage, ignore armor.
Mm-hmm.
You crush it. You absolutely you snatch it up. You leap at it, bear hug it, and squeeze it to death.
And it hits me too, though. Unless you don't want it to. I'm fine with that. But
As you bear hug it,
the option
its
too.
ribs begin to poke through its own flesh and yours, and you ultimately stab yourself with its own bones.
That's gross. That's really gross. Although I don't. I mean, how much damage would that do? 3?
Doug, you once told us that Brian healed himself by shoving dead rat corpses into his stomach. I don't want you ever telling me I'm gross.
I'm sorry.
Ever
That
again.
was gross. Also, both of them are gross. Yeah.
Then I was like, what in the fuck did I just hear?
I apologize.
No, you don't have to apologize.
That will never happen again. That exact scenario will never happen again. I'm sure I'll do something.
I complained. It was an observation. Yeah. Trust me.
It's clearly memorable.
It's very memorable. Yes, exactly.
Sorry. But yeah. Hey, does it do 3 damage?
That was awesome.
Yes, you hug it.
Okay.
3 damage to you. So I guess then it would take. You would only take 1 damage, right?
Technically none damage.
Okay, that works.
Because I rolled finally good.
Perfect.
And I'll pick it up and carry it back to the group.
We still have 2 with us.
Yeah. You would
I would
still
like
one.
to.
We have
the
just
one.
one.
One got shot dead by the silver bullets.
Right, the one is dead. Okay, so the one that's left. How much did it hurt me before? I forgot.
They do
Was
3 damage.
Okay, and did any of it get absorbed by the?
Is that how your armor works? Your new.
I think that's
coat?
just how armor works, and it's 1 armor.
Then yeah, it would have eaten up 1.
Okay, so then I would like to just. I still wanna attack the one that is restrained, because we might want to ask it stuff, but I hurt and I want to heal up just a little bit. So I'm gonna reach out and you know how I see auras? I figure I can like pull their aura out and then just kind of suck some of it away and then let it go back. So that is.
I'm sorry. Are you being a lich? Are you sucking its life force out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hurt me, and now it can heal me. It can make it better.
Oh wow, that's dark.
I'm taking my pound of flesh back. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Doing this I feel like will kill it.
But what if I just do it for 1 harm, though? See?
That's an advanced combat magic.
Is it?
Super advanced. Can't be more advanceder.
This is you just regular. This is you trying to do a magic, right, Lila?
It's my combat magic, which for me is he kicks some ass whenever I use my magic stuff.
So you're trying to use necromantic life drain.
Yeah, I got that a little while ago.
Mm-hmm,
I don't use it often because I think maybe it's creepy, but we're out and about, and I need to be at my
It's
best.
creepy. So I guess, did you roll the combat magic? Did I just not miss it? Oh, you did. No, did you roll it? You
I
rolled a
did.
perfect
I got
success. Can you roll better than that?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, one better than that.
Well, I thought you meant
Get
like
good.
in terms of mechanically. Yeah.
Well, yeah, mechanically, no. I mean, with a 14, with a total success, I would say that you are able to tease out that one little bit of life that is basically stealing the life force from this lycanthrope werewolf.
Oh, that feels better. Okay. And it's still in its little roots cocoon. Maybe somebody else will want to talk to it. I'm gonna go sit over here for a sec.
Yeah, you guys would effectively kind of out of combat. I apologize. I must use the restroom. I will be right back.
I'm gonna put holy water in whatever is left of those claw marks. I'll put salt in too.
There you go. That'll hurt.
It'll hurt, but seems
Good
to
pain.
solve a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm. All right. We gotta dispatch the one I quote unquote killed.
We gotta cut its head off and burn it, right?
I was thinking of just digging through the one that Jacob killed with 3 bullets and taking one of those bullets, just ripping it out of that wolf and sticking it into this wolf.
There you go.
I'm waiting for Michael to get back before I graphically describe it.
Bloody detail.
I'll also probably rip its head off,
Just to be safe.
just to be safe.
A double tap.
Oh,
Hey, did they revert to humanoid? Did he say
I don't think
they
so.
die?
He didn't
I
say.
did not say.
I wonder.
Now that'd be
Right.
weirder if I was carrying a dead human back.
Yeah. Ew.
That's what happens in the lore.
Ew.
I know.
Yes.
What happens in the Howling lore?
I
They
think
do.
that. I think they revert to human, same as in
Mhm.
American Werewolf
American
in
Werewolf.
London.
Yep.
Just watched both of those recently.
Excellent films.
You gonna watch American Werewolf in Paris?
Don't even
I
waste
didn't
your
know there
time.
was one.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
waste
it's
your
a
time.
sequel. You should watch it.
Make sure
Don't
you're.
expect much.
Yes, make sure
But
there's intoxicants when you watch
it does have a lot of werewolves. It is in Paris,
it.
and it is bloody.
All right.
No spoilers.
I want to say that's the one I got like when I was a kid. My dad knew somebody that would get those free movie premiere passes,
Mhm.
and we went to a couple of them. I think that was one of them.
American Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw it in the
so-
theater.
they were not excited about it. I had a ball with it.
I liked watching it at the time because it was this bloody mess. But
Yeah, we went and saw Toys with
Toy-
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You know, they tell you to stay hydrated, right? They don't tell you that you're also going to need to pee like you're pregnant with twins.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I had to step away. Did you you do have a lycanthropy type currently restrained against the ground. Thanks to one Lila. Sorry,
I think we were asking, did the ones that, well, Bobby killed one, Jacob killed one with silver. Did that revert to a human?
Yes, there's a naked human laying on the ground in front of you.
God.
What about the one I killed but did not kill with silver?
Let's say with yes, it is turning back to human. The mutilated mass that you created can return to human, I guess.
Does it show any signs of healing?
The way you killed it, I'm gonna go with no.
I don't think you can't tell. All right,
What's
I'm
that?
still gonna do my thing. It's funny that I can't tell because that's such a mess.
Yeah.
I still wanted to do my thing of I wanted to carry it over to the dead person. I want to dig out.
Oh, okay.
Jacob, you shot it 3 times, right?
Yeah.
I want to dig out 2 of the bullets without caring how messy it is. And I want to jam one into the thing I killed. So there's now a silver bullet in it. It's somewhere. I just pushed it in. And I want to walk
gunpowder when
over.
you have Jane's fists.
Who's standing next to the restrained wolf? Anybody?
I don't know if anybody's standing next to it. I assume.
Giving it a wide berth.
I assume Lila, because she had to suck the life force out of it. Sort of.
Yeah.
Lila went and sat down, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she went away and sat down,
Oh,
and
that's right,
after Jane's display, she's put her face in her knees and her arms around them.
Okay. And I'm just going to walk over and stand next to the one that's restrained, kind of just tossing a bullet up in the air. Just watching it, just in case.
If it twitches, you're just going to chuck that bullet at its whatever you might think it's its head now.
Yeah. Something like that. I heard someone say something about, I don't know, Lila, did you actually mention something about questioning it?
She did when she went and sat down. She said,
Yeah.
if someone wants to talk to it, you can do that.
I mean, I'll try talking to him.
Why not?
And I'll stand there ready to smash a bullet in his face.
It maintains its current dogliness, its wolfliness. And how do you try to what do you ask it? Like what does this interrogation look like from Jacob?
He's trying to. He's acting like he's interviewing somebody for a story.
Kneels over with a pad and paper.
Yeah,
That's a few questions.
and starts asking him about why they're attacking people. If it's just a animal urge, or if there's like an actual reason. They can control it.
Unless you have some kind of way to manipulate or otherwise make them talk, they are going to be very uncooperative. And
I can manipulate somebody.
Okay.
There's a rule in that there's only one rule in the game that lets PCs manipulate monsters. There's literally something that we can't do.
That's
except
true.
If you have that move.
This is for
There's
people
that
and
one
hunters.
one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stick my
So
face.
screw
close
you,
to it.
Bobby. No.
Yeah.
I assumed he was a person because he's turns.
He's
into
still
a
wolfy.
He is still
Uh,
wolfy. I'm
I'm gonna stick my face close to it and just, tell it, turn back.
Do it now.
Turn
Turn
back?
Turn back.
It'll snap at you. It'll snap its jaws at your face.
I'm gonna show it the bullet. Turn back.
Push it into its forehead.
Yeah, maybe that'll do it.
My
I
mic is
don't wanna
actually not
hurt
picking
him.
up. I don't know if the noise gate won't pick it up. My dog whimpering is too legit.
Too legit to quit.
No, it'll quit. It'll quit. Whatever that means.
It's just whimpering at me. It's not.
No. Well,
Bring it
it
back.
wasn't whimpering. Well, what did you do? You shoved the silver into its face?
Oh no! I just showed it the bullet.
Maybe a little of its bravado, if you will, goes away, but it still seems uncooperative. Not seems, is uncooperative.
Okay, I'll escalate.
Escalate. What does escalate mean?
I'm gonna take my left arm out and just push its head down into the ground and hold the bullet right in front of its eye.
Ooh.
But not touching it?
Not yet.
It continues to snarl under your pushing.
I'm gonna look over at Jacob or Max and just shrug. Whoa.
I'm
I
like,
don't
we
know.
tried. I mean, maybe the silver has to make contact with its skin for it to have a message.
I'll push
I
it
will
into its
ask
eye.
Lila if she wants to call anyone from the Miskatonic group and get somebody out here to
Animal
him?
control.
Yeah.
And maybe take the
No,
other one?
I think we can take care of this. Maybe I could make him change back.
Oh, okay.
Trying to make him change back?
Maybe I could.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, tell me how you think you could accomplish it. I mean, this is. It's our story, okay? Not mine.
Why not
Well-
try it?
I could see it as counting as either trapping him in his human form,
Mhm.
or banishing his wolfy form.
Mm.
But I was thinking that basically I could come up sort of behind him so he can't do the claw bite too easy. Me getting closer.
I'm holding its face into the ground. I'll push it farther.
right.
I'll push it as far in as you need it to go.
Perfect. I'll just find a patch where you're not already manhandling him, and kind of dig my hand into the fur, just kind of, I don't know, will it?
Mm.
Separate the essences.
Yeah.
Use
I've
magic.
already got a taste for this guy, so.
Use magic. Let's see what happens.
All right. Awesome.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
What are you, some kind of magic user?
Bat. Blah blah.
You force him. You're able to, like, kind of in a sense counter spell, even though it isn't a spell, force him into his human form. Before you lies a naked man. I can't help but just make him Jacob from Twilight in my head, because that's the only context I have for human werewolves, because of course. And
So an unbelievably handsome naked.
yeah, unbelievably handsome, naked, ripped.
You gotta
buff.
watch more werewolf movies.
True.
Hey, we did just watch The Howling, and
It's
like,
true.
but Twilight's what jumps into your mind, Mark.
which we haven't actually watched. So
Well, I've watched
Um,
Twilight before on
oh,
my own.
you
Before
have.
we were a couple.
loser.
That's how old it is.
Hello.
I feel like.
Plus, we
I feel
watched
like
that
the
Gabby
cocoon would
thing
fall-
about Twilight as well.
Did watch that.
Do they shimmer like them too?
Those
that the
were the
vampires?
Oh, that was
those
the
were the
vampires.
vampires.
Sorry.
Come on, Bobby.
Get your Twilight lore right, buddy. Come on.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta watch Dog Soldiers next. That's your next werewolf.
Dog
just-
soldiers.
I loved that movie in 1998, and I watched it last week, and I wish I hadn't watched it last week.
No.
All the nostalgia.
No, you're confusing. That's the one with the British soldiers in Scotland.
Yeah,
That was 2002.
or that's when I watched it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I loved it when I was literally, I've been looking for it for years on some kind of free streaming.
Mm.
Because I loved it so much when I saw it the first time. Not so much now.
Yeah. I still like
The rose-colored glasses of nostalgia were quickly ripped from your eyes.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh
very
no.
much so.
I still like it. You still have to watch
Yeah, you do.
it.
Fair enough. We got homework.
And Bad Moon. That's
Dog
cheesy,
soldiers.
but it's good.
Anyway, you find this beautifully sculpted man naked on the ground, maybe torn. I don't know. What do you do? He's currently, I guess, rooted to the ground, bound to the ground.
Hey, Sailor.
Yane will BRB. That's fine. Hey, sailor. You come here often?
Feel like by now, Cocoon probably would be falling apart. But Jane has the guy kind of anyway,
Yeah.
so it should be fine.
Sorry, Cocoon would be falling apart? What?
Yeah, you know the thing I wrapped him up in.
Oh, that thing. Okay. Okay, so it dissipates.
hmm
The naked man is still there on the ground, now probably trying to get up and run.
Oh my.
Jane's got
I-
him pretty much by the head, I think.
Oh,
I'll
does he?
start trying
Okay.
to talk to him now. Asking him my questions.
Oh, now I gotta think of a voice. What do you want? No, that's Muxie's voice. I can't use that one. What do you want? Leave me alone! Which is
Oh,
kind of funny because they jumped you, but
right. You jumped us. Like, why are you guys killing people?
why you guys killing people? You're the one that came sniffing around here, buddy. Keep to
'Cause
your
there were
territory.
murders here.
He starts to sniff at you. He sniffs at you like President Trump doing an interview. Give me my
Oh,
Sudafed.
I asked, can you guys control the urge, or like? I'm asking because I'm a reporter. I want to do a
I'm
story
a
on you guys.
reporter.
I
I just killed two of your buddies. I'm a reporter. I'd like to talk to you about your wolf
Hey, they jumped
condition.
us. I'm armed because we're out here in the woods investigating a murder. So, I mean, do you have a pack out here?
He is very mums. I'm not trying to be obtuse. I'm saying that he wouldn't be very cooperative with you. But that he's naked, you would kind of see him. You would see this like scar, this branding scar, like on his just above, kind of waist level above his right butt cheek. And you would recognize it as the symbol for the Midnight Covenant.
Really?
Mm.
The plot thickens.
Okay. Okay.
Just let me go, and you might live.
Push his face in the
I
dirt
mean-
farther.
Yeah, thank you, Jane. I don't like it when they sassy like that.
I guess I'll let him up because I can't understand what he's saying.
See, Discord just isn't picking up on my gruntings. If you got to watch the
no.
YouTube video for the proper grunting that I'm doing over
Yes.
here.
Okay.
Your method grunting.
Yeah.
So
He
this
kind of
guy's-
begins to heavily breathe once you unbury his face from the dirt. It's got kind of like that dirty coagulated like blood because you smushed his face into effectively the murder scene
Mm.
with the blood there still kind of soaked into the dirt.
Can I? I'd like to touch the bullet to his forehead.
Good idea. Tired of his sass.
I just want to see if it.
If it affects him.
If it
Mm.
affects
Let's go with it does. It begins to like kind of sizzle against his skin.
I'm gonna make a face that's exactly like what I think a scientist would make when he has a discovery. But it's probably like a cartoon.
That's hilarious. You're not so cool now, Brewster.
Is his name really Brewster?
Nah, it's just from
Oh.
Fright Night. You're so cool,
Oh.
Brewster. You're not so cool now, Brewster. So that's good. I'm glad Jane did that. And I like Jane's, like, empirical scientist reaction. I've just
I've learned
discovered.
something today.
I've learned something, yes. I'm going to ask him, what's your connection to the Midnight Covenant? Let's just stop playing games now. Your life is in our hands. So careful how you answer these questions. What's your connection to the Midnight Covenant? Oh, my friend here is going to
How are you
press
trying
that
to
bullet right.
convince him, Max? With the bullet?
Yeah, I said, answer our questions. Your life is in our hands now. Or my big friend here will press this bullet into your brain pan. So, like a good dog, speak. Being very matter of
Do you
fact.
actually say like a good dog?
Yeah, like a good dog speak. Yes.
Approximately 3 seconds after you do that, he begins to pee, and it arcs across the sky and strikes right across your leg, Max.
Oh,
This is his way of calling your bluff.
yeah. I just shrug and I look at Jane.
I'll start pushing the bullet into his forehead. I'm gonna do it real slowly. Give him a few
Yes.
chances.
Very slow. Good.
The pee
Good job,
streaming
Jim.
intensifies. Are you roll tough for me, Jane? This is your intimidation roll.
Tough sucks for me. Does that make a difference?
I mean, I feel like it's what to roll. I guess you could do weird. I know weird's good for you, and usually that's what you get for a tough roll, isn't it?
That's for my when I attack stuff. I'll roll tough if you want me to roll tough.
Okay.
Oh my.
His face just
dropped
begins
the
to
bullet.
sizzle and completely ignores you. You drop it?
It seems like I might. Put down
Sure.
my fingers or something.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry, Max. I'll do it again.
Yeah. Practice does make perfect. And I look at him I shrug.
I'll nod like that makes some good advice.
Yes.
And I mean, I'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm encouraging you to.
The tortures me failing at it all the time.
No. It's okay. It's okay,
It's
Jane.
annoyed.
We have all day to do this.
Mm. I'm gonna very carefully hold it between my fingers.
Like your tongue's kind of sticking out a
Yep,
little bit. Like,
yep, exactly. Make sure I got a good hold of it because I won't drop it again. And I'll start approaching his face with it.
Let's try this again.
Should I roll it again?
Sure.
All right.
The torture scene, ladies
The
and
torture
gentlemen.
scene, apparently, yes.
No,
Oh,
no.
wow.
Look at that experience.
Right now we're trying just to find out about the Midnight Covenant.
Yeah,
You're
try to get
find
him
the
to talk.
relationship between them and the Midnight Covenant.
Yeah. So why is he branded for the Midnight Covenant? Poor Jane is his hands are too big, I guess.
Yeah, I just
The
can't.
bullet's a little too small
The bullet's too small.
I look over at Lila and Jacob like you
Maybe-
know, just good cop,
maybe I
bad
should
cop's not
call.
working.
What did you say, Lila? Sorry. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
You're
It
fine.
said, maybe I should call?
Call who?
Miskatonic.
Oh, Miskatonic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, we were out here. They attacked us while we were investigating the
Oh.
one of the scenes where people were mauled and killed.
Okay.
How
That's what
about this? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go.
No, when Lila, do you say that out loud? Hey, I'll call my friends at Miskatonic. Or do you
Yeah, I'll say maybe I should, because, if
Yeah.
the Midnight Covenant is involved, then you should know about it.
Yeah. And then I look at this young lad here and say, you can talk to us or you can talk to Miskatonic. Do you want to try this again? Because I think Miskatonic's going to be a little less subtle than we are. Do I need to charm this guy into cooperation?
Technically, you can't though,
Technically,
can you?
you
I can't. I can't.
He's a monster.
Well, he's in human form now, or is that still?
No, he's still a monster.
He's still monstrous. Yes. Darn it.
Right?
Yeah.
I get it though.
I think that's like a
Yeah, I
Buffy
don't
trope.
like it.
There's
I mean,
one
I
move
was
in the
reading.
game that you can manipulate monsters.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
But you're trying to use a little more. What is the expression? Honey rather than vinegar or whatever. You're trying to be. You're trying the nice tact.
Well, Lila says Miskatonic. We're going to call her friends from Miskatonic. Now, if they come, they're going to cut him up, and what were they going to do to him? It's probably worse than what we're going to do.
Yeah, I'd probably just rip his head off.
At least it'd be quick.
Mm.
I look at the guy. Well, you might be, subject to all kinds of torture.
Max, I mean, the kind of data that they can find can be really important. I think maybe I should call anyway.
The lycanthrope on the ground, the lovely naked man on the ground, spits one of its teeth out after you kind of watch him fumble his tongue around across his jawline, spits a tooth out, and just looks you dead in the eye, Max, and says, Midnight doesn't know anything.
Why are you wearing their brand? I don't know.
Well, you would,
Enlighten us.
I mean, you would know that to wear their brand would be part of their covenant. Ostensibly, those that wear it would be part of that group of people into the fold.
Right. So he's doing something outside of their purview,
knowledge.
out of their mission statement.
I mean,
That's why I'm interpreting it that they don't know anything, so they're doing something else. something else is going on, right? Or am I misreading everything?
That sounds like what he's saying.
Miskatonic,
Yeah.
he would spit back, continue to spit blood out of his mouth and say Miskatonic did, or not Miskatonic, Midnight Covenant didn't tell me to do anything. Because what did you ask exactly again? You were like, what did they...
Why is he branded of Midnight Covenant? He's branded with the symbol of the Midnight Covenant. So I'm like, so what's the connection? I know he's part of it, so what are they... What's it all about?
Well,
Alfie?
he would look at you kind of flippantly, spit blood onto the like some leaves and stuff, and say, "I'm a fucking member. What do you think?"
I thought there was
I'm a fucking
more
member. What do you
to it.
think?
I mean, the Miskatonics would love to have a member.
Yeah, and I look over at Jacob and
Anyway.
I'm like, who would really benefit is Miskatonic to do a lot of studies and probing
Continues to spit.
on this guy. Yes, call them, please.
Not a man of your word, huh?
Well, you didn't give me anything, so you can be a good dog and sit.
Yeah.
Or I'm afraid you can rip your head off.
Up in dirt. Yeah.
If you want to elaborate more, please do. If you don't, it depends on how we feel. We either kill you right now, make it quick, and you're saved from being probed, or we send you to the probes. You want to be a tough guy? Be a tough guy. Doesn't matter to me.
What are his options here?
TikTok.
What are his options? Are either be in some way dissected by Miskatonic, or
Yes.
or
Give
what?
us-
What are you guys
or-
gonna do? Or he so he dies by someone else's hands. He betrays his not only his pact, but also potentially his fraternal brotherhood.
Right, he goes rogue. Or everybody's gonna be hunted down and killed. Like if we
What?
can figure out.
What if we ask the Miskatonic Society what he's doing, or the other people,
Midnight Covenant.
Sorry, Midnight
Or you-
Covenant, what he's doing?
We could.
Like
if
we
they-
could take him over there. We can go. What is he doing? Why is he a werewolf?
Potentially. I don't know how well
They might know.
how well received we'll be.
Then we could rip his head off.
Yeah.
How many of you are there?
And Max is going to take a step back now that Jane and Lila, maybe his presence it's not working, so he's going to stand back.
He begins to look you up and down, Lila. I guess I don't know how to play tortured people.
Sounds being tortured.
Am I
Don't
supposed to
torture
squeal like a
anyone.
pig at some point?
No. Just
Am
see
I...
what he like you said, he's got those options. They're not pretty, but he has options. We're giving him options.
Just trying
As
to think
distasteful as they are.
what this naked man on the ground would choose.
I'll
This
just
may
keep
become a
describing-
two-parter.
I'll keep describing the things I could do to him to make sure that when I bring him back to the Midnight Society to ask why he's there, like he could be wrapped up like a package or a pretzel or twisted
I'll
into
do
a
this
knot.
as. Sorry, I apologize. Jane, are you describing a series of ways you can hurt him to him?
Yeah.
In my head, it became that Forrest Gump where you're just going through types of shrimp food,
That's
only you're just going
exactly-
through different types of torture.
That's exactly, yeah, but that's how Jane would say it. Total matter of factly.
Waterboarding,
These are the things I can do,
fingernail
yeah.
pulling, finger
If
breaking.
If he's a
Ball
werewolf
breaking.
and he will heal, then I can just wrap him up in his own bones. Make a handle out of his ears. It would work, I think.
I concur.
I would have said all that. And Jane would do it.
Max, you're the one with the kind of pseudo relationship with Midnight Covenant, right? You have, what is that dude's name? I have it written
Oh.
down. Where are you,
Elias?
Obsidian?
Blackwood?
Elias.
Elias. not
Elias
Hawthorne.
Blackwood, I think that's right,
Black-
right?
Yeah, it's like Holmes and
Thornfield.
Moriarty. Yeah.
Elias Thornfield, a high-ranking
Yes.
member of the Midnight Covenant and a former researcher at the Miskatonic Advanced Research Center, is a huge figure. But
yes.
you had a relationship with, well, not a relationship, but you had a working relationship with him, right? Of some sort.
Yes. Yeah.
Or at least a
yeah.
cordial relationship of some sort.
Icily cordial, like Holmes and Moriarty. That's
Okay.
how I describe their relationship.
So would it be safe to say you have a knowledge, like you have you have dealings with Midnight Covenant to some degree, or at least you might have been
Yes,
around them
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
That
think
completely
as-
makes sense. Yeah.
Max, as you kind of look around the scene for a moment, and you look at this young human specimen spitting blood on the ground, and then to the mangled corpse, what you can make out of the mangled corpse that Jane brought back, and the one currently with 3 bullet holes in it. You come to the realization that all three, you kind of recognize these guys, half-heartedly recognize these guys as just Midnight Covenant lackeys. These are I'm trying to use like
Nobody.
mob terms.
They're-
These are
They're soldiers.
Soldiers.
soldiers. Thank you. Yes, they're soldiers. Soldier dogs. Dog soldiers. Yeah.
Dog soldiers. Oh, it's tying it back.
These are
Wow,
just
way to
soldiers.
circle back. Brilliant. Okay.
If that has any help for you in this current situation.
Well, I could kind of say that out loud to everybody, and so he hears it too. That they're not upper echelon, but so there's. But this begs the question: if they're just soldiers, they're just following orders, they're just doing whatever they're created. Like there's something to this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the covenant. Go ahead, Jake.
Max, give your buddy a call.
Elias?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, but Max's conspiracies are going through his head. Like he'd be like, then this gets all shut down. Be called Elias. You know what I mean?
What happens
Well,
if
we don't have
Elias
to tell
is
more
a
right
werewolf?
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little afraid. He's like the
I gotcha.
head.
I don't know
Like
if that's
something happened.
what's going on, but
Yeah,
I can understand like how high up does
Um,
this go, or
yeah. I mean, I understand. I was going through my head to call him, but I guess we'll all kind of powwow, and I don't know. I don't really care either way whether this guy lives or dies.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to Max in the least
Question
bit.
before are we talking about him in earshot, werewolf earshot of him?
Well, I guess we would I guess I would step aside and while Jane has a grip on him,
Yeah.
and then we could just quick figure out like what we want to do or a plan. So I'll consult Lila and Jacob. Like-
Might want to plug his ears in case. we do feel like it's right.
I'll stuff his head underground again.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta let him breathe.
I don't think so because I don't think he could die from that.
You gotta let him breathe.
Okay. I'll just turn his face in a very awkward way. His mouth is sticking up,
Oh,
but
that's
his
so
ears
funny.
are still covered.
Thank you, Jane.
you hear neck bones pop like at a chiropractor.
Ooh, your back's
well.
gonna feel great.
That's fine.
All right. I am not torturing or watching anyone be tortured. We are either destroying him ourselves or handing him over to Miskatonic.
Agreed.
Kind of taking the fun out of this. Like, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is it's getting a little brutal. It's getting us nowhere.
I'll be right.
No.
He's dangerous and he's uncooperative.
No, and that's why I'm leaning like I don't care what we do. I just want to get a consensus. Like, there's a bigger picture here. So
If I believed that he and his pack would even consider leaving Nocturne and going
No, they're
somewhere
not.
else and not murdering people here, then I might be open to that, but I don't believe him.
Nah,
Don't
neither do I.
I wouldn't believe him, I mean.
That's why I'm leaning towards Miskatonic.
And that's a feather in your cap, Lila, right? So doesn't that give you some cred with Miskatonic? Like you bring in this Midnight Covenant werewolf?
Well,
Isn't
I
that-
would try to actually
So-
be there for the experiments if they would let me.
Oh. Okay. Sure. He wants to be a tough dog? Top dog, junkyard dog? Let's treat him like a junkyard dog.
It's not about junkyard dog. He's dangerous, and the data that we could get is important.
So what are you guys
Okay.
doing with
Dogs
this guy?
are so sweet,
I had to
you
step
know.
away for half a second.
Call up Miskatonic. Let him have it, and then Lila wants to be involved in the experiments.
Oh,
Or at least observe. Because Max is thinking in his head that we deliver this. Lila's like, here's this werewolf that gives her more in with Miskatonic, could pump them for information for things. That's how he's thinking. Like her connections deepen with Miskatonic. Like it's beneficial. Right? To us as a whole, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always a place of, we could get information or help if we need it, if Lila's involved. And this only makes her look better in their eyes. Unless,
Yeah, maybe I could be part of the published study when it comes out.
Max is looking at an ulterior motive, but he's like nodding, yes, Lila, absolutely.
So you calling up Miskatonic? You calling
Yep.
them out to collect this person?
Sure.
And
Sure.
clean up the other two bodies, I would say.
Yeah. They can play with them too.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
don't know what
smarmy about it?
information
Are
they
you like,
know.
it looks like I found out what's been killing these people in the woods? Are you
Me or
any of you really?
No, Max
I-
isn't, but let Lila get the credit because it looks good for her and
Yeah.
helps us. That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Exactly.
barking
That's-
up the wrong tree.
I would be super humble.
Mhm.
I just want to be. You guys don't fight. I just want to be involved.
I was just out here for a hike and I was accosted by these terrible
I know. Look what
ruffians.
happened. We were just out taking a walk, and look what happened. And we called you.
Just so happened to be right near this effective crime scene. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, we were going to the crime scene.
oh, we're not gonna.
I'm a
hide that
journalist.
part? Okay.
I'm
an innocent
I'm a
thing.
journalist.
It's fair.
I was
Yeah,
there
we're
for
doing a story. Yeah.
Like they're my crew.
And we
It's fair.
solved
So-
it.
And
Of course,
jumped us.
Well, you
my
guys
training
have.
helped maintain control of the situation.
Exactly.
And Jane has maintained physical control of everything. So thank you, Jane, too.
Lila, do you go with the lycanthrope?
Oh yeah, I actually, if they would let me, I would totally come with.
Okay. Then I guess you can go there if you want, but that would leave. I don't know the timeline for this. So early morning, or sorry, late morning. Let's say it was around 1:00 that you guys, all of this started to happen. You probably end up calling Miss Catonic by what, 2:00 after your poor attempts at torture, or
We should go to torture refreshing.
your questionable interrogation techniques didn't pan out.
He chose.
So it's like
his
what,
path.
3:00 now?
Sure.
By this time, the names of the victims have all been released. The three, if you want their names, I can give them to you, or not.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize anybody?
Yeah, you do,
Ooh.
Jacob. You recognize all of them as being local churchgoers,
Ooh.
and also very outspoken opponent, or very I guess pro Miskatonic. How's that? And anti Midnight Covenant. They're kind of the kind of religion, the Christian religion, is a little warped out here in Nocturne.
Yeah.
They've adapted it to some respects to all make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like every denomination of Christianity,
Yeah, like
they
Christianity.
just kind of mold it to meet their needs.
All religion is a crutch.
Yeah.
And your holy water actually repels the monster. That's got to have an impact.
Right, it's true.
That is true. That is true.
Ranks right up there with salt.
Fuck all religion.
Shoot, I was gonna ask.
But yeah, Jacob, you would recognize them as all very outspoken.
Are they people that I would expect to be hiking in the woods?
Sister Christian.
Not really. That's actually a great question, and no, not really.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were more than likely brought out there. Well, I wonder if they were brought out there and hunted. Where they were found, was it easy to get to?
Dangerous prey.
Yeah, the most dangerous game. Yeah.
Old church people.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
There's practice.
right?
Yeah.
Like I can see him
And
using that as practice.
culling the herd too.
And the newbies
Anti
on somebody.
Midnight Covenant. Yeah.
This needs to be the plot of a television show, an actual plot of a television show where they're
This is really good. We can do this.
training, air quotes, training the werewolves on old church people.
Oh yes, we have the
Old
new
Methodist.
In
Blumhouse. Let's call them up. We got a new horror movie going.
It was an episode of Criminal Minds,
Really?
but it wasn't werewolves. It was just two rednecks hunting people.
an episode of Buffy too, where they trained hell dogs, hellhounds on people at prom.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I just watched the original Buffy movie.
Amazing.
Okay.
But
Good
answer that
spot,
question,
though. We
Jacob,
can make
not
this
people
work.
that you would normally find on a hike in the woods.
I like it.
I think this is gonna be our first two-parter. We're gonna finish this one today.
Hey
It's
man,
fine.
we still got an hour. Or
Right?
yeah, got an hour, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we got this. Have
Act
some
4,
faith.
the rest of it.
Ha. Darn tootin'.
Okay.
Okay. You have absconded with the lycanthrope. It is now in the hands of the Miskatonic and whatever they're going to do to it. Lila, you can be on campus with them. I don't really know what kind of experiments I would do on a lycanthrope.
Anal probe.
I don't know. In Buffy,
I,
they did stuff like try to figure out
Aliens
what
do
could-
it.
Going back to Buffy, because I always do. They
Good
tried
source.
to figure out what stuff would trigger the werewolf
Oh, yeah.
shifting. And
That's a good idea.
Or what did that government organization do with all their monsters?
that's what they
Is that what
did
you're
to
thinking of?
Oz. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's literally
That's what
yeah.
they did to Oz when they caught him.
Oh, I don't remember Oz being caught by them.
Yeah.
Ugh. Bruh, have you not
Have
watched
to-
the series 4 times?
I've only watched it once.
And then watched it again through a React series?
No.
Anyway,
Just watched it once. Sorry.
You're fine.
one example
Very
of a
Jane-like.
I'm teasing Grace.
Oh.
No, but I like that they're trying to do.
No,
all
I like that. And what
Yeah.
did they try?
Mm.
Oh, so they tried emotional stimulus,
Mm.
and they tried.
I said that they weren't affected by the moon phase at the beginning, didn't I?
Mhm.
Yes.
You asked very
Yeah.
pointedly that they weren't, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Or if they were, rather, and I said that they were not.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote myself into that hole. Okay, go on.
It's that kind of thing. They electrocuted him.
Oh, that's interesting. I want to say, like, when they electrocuted him, he started to, like, hemorrhage and flash between werewolfism and
Oh. Everybody would go, very interesting. Right on their clipboards. Nod at each other.
I've never been tased personally, but in those videos I've seen on YouTube, it would be like, you know, when they tase the guy and then his muscles all seize up and flex all at the same time, his whole body flexes at the same time, like that kind of reaction. And then during that flex, that body sees you, it would like flash into the werewolf. Much faster transformation than your like Werewolf in London type situation, or The Howling, where you just stare at them for a solid 5 minutes while they transform. It's much faster.
Being polite not to.
I like it.
That was the only thing in that movie that got me.
So,
How,
what are the rest of them up?
that's what I was gonna ask. What are you three up to? Jacob, Jane, Max? After absconding with both Lila and the lycanthrope.
I want to ask Jane if he could smell the werewolves, like their scent. If he could tell, like if they had a distinct scent that he could pick out, and ask him if that scent was at any of the scenes.
No. They just smell like wet dogs.
Okay. Could you smell wet dogs at any of the scenes?
I don't know. Could you?
It's funny you ask. I want to tell you this. It may confuse Jane because you would have smelled. I mean, now you probably. Never mind. I retract everything I said. Go on.
I regret
I mean-
nothing, but I retract it.
He had the better nose. That's why I was curious, because it would be a
Yeah.
wet dog
Yeah,
smell.
So I'm trying to think about it. Michael, help me. So I smelled something at some point that we can't actually say out loud in front of the other players.
Well, you don't. Jane doesn't even really know, does he? ultimately.
You smelled something,
Yeah,
but
so
the wolves don't smell like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
The wolves just smell like wolves. They smell like
wet dog.
whatever everybody smells.
Yeah.
I'm smelling. There's another smell that I smelled. So I'm
What
trying
is
to work
this?
that out.
What is that scent? Is it organic? Would Jay know organic? Oh,
Smells like
Is
blood.
it a
blood.
an
Oh.
earthy?
No, it
So,
smells
okay,
like blood.
blood.
Really
Blood.
strong
Okay.
blood.
Coppery.
Like pennies. When you eat pennies.
Yeah.
When you chew them and they break up, it gets real coppery.
I
understand that, but I'll take your word for it.
I want to call the morgue, the coroner that these bodies are at.
Oh my god. You guys need to play Sherlock. I want to call the
Yes.
morgue.
Only if we went to the
I'm assuming
warehouse
I've
last
got
night, we would have
like a
solved that fucking
contact
mystery.
in the morgue that
We did
that
have
I
one.
can. I was gonna say I thought so.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a
Oh, the
reporter in the city,
pathologist.
so
Yes, the pathologist. The county pathologist.
yes,
Yes.
that guy.
I apologize. We were looking up places like just random places to go in Sherlock all night last night. Just let's go to the mortuary or whatever. Anyway,
We went to the warehouse. Would have been it.
went to the warehouse. We tried to go to the warehouse, brother man. We tried.
We
It didn't
did.
give us
So
a proper address. Anyway,
I call bullshit on that one.
I do too.
We solved the mystery.
We did.
I thought you guys didn't solve mysteries in that game. Like you guys particularly never were able to solve.
We weren't,
First of
but we
all,
were close.
I heard
Last
what you
time and
said.
this time we were close.
Oh, cool.
Hey, most of the time we solve the actual stuff, or we used to, because the
Yes.
earlier ones are easier.
Oh, okay.
But we'd never win because Sherlock always beats us by points.
Oh,
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly
Always gets
right.
100, and you usually get about 20.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh. Keep at it.
Good game, though. It's a very good game.
Because you get to subtract
Well
points
done.
for every place you visit, and he only visits like 4. Meanwhile, you got to visit half the fucking town of London for you to figure out
Yeah.
where anything even remotely is.
So even though you
Anyway.
get stuff right, you get deducted a bunch of points.
Because you're
and you
you're
lose.
taking too much time and going, yeah.
And we get to read
You're a
in
loser.
old-timey London voices, which I get a big kick out
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we're
you
really
have
good
to.
at those.
of.
Murder is the
Accents
only
are
way to
spot
pronounce
on.
that word.
Yeah, and all the women are like Southern belles. Like they
Inexplicably,
London,
expat Southern Belles in London.
Hey, this is going to be a two-parter at this rate.
Oh, sorry, we're so digressing. I apologize. This could be a cliffhanger, 2-parter for season 1.
Oh, there you go.
Could be a 3-parter. Leading the
I'm
mystery
sorry,
of Miskatonic and Anyway, yes, you've absconded with Lila and the lycanthrope. What are you 3 up to again?
Jane mentioned that it smelled
Right.
a lot of blood. So I want to call the pathologist, and I want to find out if I can ask questions and find out if the bodies were drained of blood.
Ooh, exsanguinated.
Yeah,
That a werewolf thing?
That's a vampire
No.
thing.
that's a vampire thing. I'm starting to wonder if the werewolves were guarding their territory, and I just happened to walk into them.
I like it.
But
Very
weren't the people shredded?
Oh, that's right. They were.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe it
But
was
that
made to
could've
look
been-
like
that could have, yeah. So,
it's like an onion, many layers.
Yeah.
right?
Then it gets down to, whoops. No, why not? Yeah, why not?
The pathologist. I'm not gonna do a voice. If you call the pathologist, he will answer. Like, first of all, he's like, "Who's calling? Who?" And you would say, "You're
I would imagine this is a
Jacob.
guy
I work
I've
with the
talked to
paper.
before.
I'm doing a story." He would have told you if you asked a pointed question like were they exsanguinated, were they all drained of their blood, he would have very matter of factly told you that that there was plenty of blood. No, none of them seem particularly bereft of blood, and that all of them were heavily mutilated. They were all very. Some of them even seem somewhat masticated and chewed up on.
Okay. Did it look canid? Lionid? Could you tell? Like,
He, as much as you could get this across on the phone, kind of be taken aback by the question, and kind of look at you quizzically. Well, not look at you, but he would kind of respond quizzically. Yes, actually, there did seem to be some tearing and bite marks in the skin that was very reminiscent of dog bites and canine attacks. That's I haven't.
okay.
That's just put on my report. That's weird of you to ask. Who did you say you were with again?
Oh, I give him the name of my newspaper.
Right. The Nocturne Gazette, Tribune,
Yeah.
Bugle.
Tribune. I like Tribune.
World
Nocturne
Weekly News.
Tribugle.
The Tribugle. The Nocturne Tribugle. No, the Nocturne Tribune. Any other particular pointed questions you have for the pathologist?
No. Were there any organs eaten like from each of the victims?
I mean, sure, why not? Let's say the liver.
Oh, all three of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Need your iron. Yeah,
Okay.
all three bodies were distinctly missing their livers. All three of them also showed signs of like deep's the wrong word. Terrible ripping and tearing at their organs and extremities, leaving behind tatters and tears of organs, but all of them are missing the liver.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's
Very
it.
specific.
I think that'll do for now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thanks for calling, Max. Or not Max. Thanks for calling, Jacob.
Jacob. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Keep an eye out for my article.
Oh, I will.
Well.
Click.
Doesn't
Doesn't even say goodbye.
Ominous. That's ominous.
He hangs up like in TV and movies where they don't say goodbye. They just
Nobody
hang up
says
on
goodbye.
one
They just hang up. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Jacob, you have a library, right? Or a haven? Like, do you have a library or something?
I have an
Well, it's an
infirmary,
infirmary.
a film lab, and an editing suite.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because it's
If I can fail another roll and level up, so I'm one away, then I may be able
Okay.
to get something. I don't know.
Because I'm curious at this liver. Like, we're
Right?
specifically this. Whatever we know, werewolves is just flesh. They just eat whatever, right? There's no
I call
particular.
I'll send Lila a text
Oh yes.
and be like, any idea why werewolves would eat all the livers?
Hmm. Because the bodies were missing their livers. Yes.
Yep.
Ooh.
I'll just
Maybe.
ask in the room. I mean, I'm surrounded by experts.
Oh, excellent. So maybe we'll get some real-time feedback.
Right. It's kind of why I was doing it, is I knew she was with them all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Brilliant.
I mean,
What are you guys
either
trying to
she
do?
knows or they do.
Lila's Jacob texted Lila because she's with all the Miskatonic eggheads.
And I asked
doing-
if she knew why werewolves would eat the liver out of all three bodies. So,
Or what would eat livers?
or what would, or if
Yeah.
not,
Then what?
yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, my head their livers are filled with the blood of Christ from communion. I don't know why my head went there. So you just call Lila. You send her a text. You're like, "Hey, Lila."
I just send her a text. I know
Yeah,
she's with
ask the bros there.
the Miskatonic people, so
What does your
Thank you.
message directly say to Lila?
hey, just talk to Path, period, and said bodies were missing, livers.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea where WW would eat? Question mark, and then it would be or something else that would eat? Question mark.
Send back a thinking emoji immediately.
Thinking brain emoji.
then I'll ask, any idea why werewolves would eat livers in particular?
You guys gonna put me on the spot, huh?
That's right.
That's what I get for picking livers. I mean, how weird? What kind of mythos do we want to make around the nocturne werewolves? Are they? We said that they aren't necessarily tied to the cycles of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's make them like vampires a little. Let's make them sensitive to the sun rather than dictated by the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Okay.
And the scientist will look at you, or the Miskatonic research associate will look at you kind of pointedly. Lila, tilt her head. Maybe to... And then she kind of looks over at your captor, your captive, and shines this bright kind of UV light against the skin, while electroshocking, I guess, and to see how the reaction happens. And why aren't they reacting to the sunlight, to the UVs? Do you think she looks over, pauses for a second, looks at Lila. Do you think, are they trying to build up some kind of immunity?
Huh. I will send a thesis. Maybe they're building up an immunity to the sunlight. Do livers have, like, I don't know, properties for that?
Maybe
Yeah.
there's something in the blood.
Livers would hold toxins.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just thought the liver was an important organ. You don't have to get
I don't
super
know
sciencey
anything.
about it.
It's just, I know nothing other than they go with Chianti.
The filter.
Exactly.
It's
You
a
get it.
toxin filter. That's why alcohol destroys them, because alcohol goes straight there. They also can be cut in half and then transplanted into other people and still function.
They're the one organ that'll grow back.
I knew that one.
Did one of you have a lab? Or is that just Lila back at Miskatonic?
I have
Lila's-
a film lab and
Oh, your film lab, right.
Infirmary?
infirmary. Yeah.
But Lila's at the big old Miskatonic lab.
Yeah.
Access to everything there. She has all the answers now.
Right.
Isn't she always?
Oh, true, but even more
She
so. now.
always is.
She's way more humble than me. She wouldn't say that.
Lila, the research lady will hand you a vial of let's name this lycanthrope since we haven't in this whole time.
Yes, we haven't.
Kevin?
Kevin?
Yeah,
Kevin?
I mean, he's just some guy, right? I don't know.
Kevin Brubaker.
There you go. But it's spelled with two
Brubaker.
E's. Keven.
Oh,
Kevin
good.
Brubaker.
I like it. Because he's not going to have like some like Chance or Hunter. It's Kevin, but he's got to have another E.
His name
I
is
like it.
Brooke with an E.
Brubaker. I like it. Kevin Brubaker.
Excuse me. Anyway, she gives you a vial of Kevin's blood and tells you that she'll be in contact. But they have some experiments to run. Not really sure if there's anything else that they can, not really sure if there's any value of having, that you will have any value being here.
Lila will shake her hand and say, "Thank you for the opportunity. Have a lovely day. Bye, Kevin." And then
Bye, Kevin. He snarls at you. Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
Oh, that's rich. That is
That's
rich.
That is awesome. Bye, Kevin. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
she holds no ill will. It's not his fault he is what he is, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Assume Miskatonic would have also collected the other lycanthrope viscera that you left, and corpses for that matter.
I would imagine.
I don't have names for them, but I already said that they are soldiers.
Yes.
In Midnight Covenant.
How about Garrett and Samantha?
There you go. Garrett and
Ooh.
Samantha.
All right.
Oh, that means there were boobies out there. I see. Which one was the bear hugged one? The chick or the dude? Doesn't matter. Okay. What do you guys do with all this information? Right now, you know that the Midnight Covenant soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
you found them to be infected, for lack of a better term, with lycanthropy. You also know that the 3 victims were locals who were very local vocals, very
Local.
anti Midnight Covenant and pro Miskatonic,
And not avid hikers.
and not avid hikers. Kind of your late middle aged churchgoers.
So were these soldiers like injected with some kind of serum and created in the lab and sent out to cull the anti-Midnight Covenant herd?
Maybe.
Test?
I don't know.
Like a test? This is Max's spitballing
I
this
know.
to everybody.
Yeah. I mean, that's possible.
Can we get a blood test from
I'm wondering
the lab?
if the reason they were out were able to be out during the day without an issue, transformed, was because they ate the livers. That's what Lila was saying. Was
Yeah.
kind of thinking. I wonder if that's why they were able to be out here. Because I mean, I'm assuming from what she's told us, it was kind of weird that they were out during the day.
Yeah.
So maybe the livers boosted.
As for the blood sample thing, I did leave. I wanted to leave something with Lila. For some reason, the word keepsake came to my head, but that's not really appropriate. Something for Lila to take with her to give you some kind of ability to continue some kind of research on the lycanthropy if you guys wanted to. If that's kind of an avenue you wanted to head up. I should just take one of those Sherlock episodes and convert one into one of your guys' mysteries. It'll probably end up being like 12 sessions and
The entire next season is just us going through the one mission.
yeah, the one first mission.
We'll get you.
Why are we in London? No.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, sorry. But where would I find you for? Where would you regather? Where would you muster?
I mean, I'm thinking probably at the
Nocturne Diner.
well, no, at my house.
Okay.
Going over information that we found.
Y'all are at Jacob's bungalow. What distinguishes a bungalow from like a studio or like a one bed, whatever?
No,
I don't think a bungalow is implied that it's a one-room dwelling. It's just small and probably one story.
A low house with a broad front porch, having either no upper floor or upper rooms set in the roof, typically with dormer windows. Okay. Interesting. Apologize for that.
no worries.
What are you guys doing at Jane's? Or not Jane's, at Jacob's? technically Jane's too, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, probably try and
Take a nap.
do some research. See if you
Get
can
more
figure out
silver.
Yeah,
more silver. Yeah.
definitely load up with silver.
Okay, you do a little preparing. You load up on the silver bullets, maybe craft a few, but you've definitely you're able to kind of take a short rest, if you will, at Jacob's place here. In my head, at one point, Lila would show up, knock on the door, show up, maybe flop in one of your chairs and kind of hold out the blood, showing the rest of you. And I assumed, Lila, you would tell them kind of what the scientist lady said at the moment of what are they trying to build up some kind of immunity or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would fill them in on everything.
Okay.
I feel like it's like as we're kind of doing research, it's probably like, and then they applied some electricity and like he split in and just got describing everything.
Huh. Oh yeah. Shiny eyes, very excited.
Big eyes just running on, blabbering about. Letting the gravitas set in of the situation. What is the situation? So we have 3 dead churchgoers. We have 2 dead lycanthropes. 1 in captivity. But all 3 of them were low-ranking soldiers of Midnight Covenant.
I'm thinking they're experiments. That's what I put out there.
Okay.
That they were injecting some kind of serum or experiment and set out to see how they worked.
I'm wondering similar, but I'm wondering if Midnight Covenant didn't know they were doing this. This was them trying something.
Maybe there's another faction within.
Possibly. Because he made a comment that they didn't know why he was here.
Right, they don't know anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I think meaning they, the upper echelon. Or
Which is possible.
Well, what was the question you asked him? Didn't you ask him?
No, talking about getting a hold of his buddy Eli and asking why they were out here.
Oh, I see. Right.
And then you had said that the Midnight Covenant doesn't know anything.
That was the bro when you guys were kind
Kevin
of
said that.
interrogating Kevin.
Yeah, he said
said
they
that.
don't know.
Kevin spit that at him when Max tried to kind of threaten, strong arm him.
So why is he wearing the brand of the Midnight Covenant? And he said they don't know anything.
They don't know anything. Yeah.
Probably because he didn't tell them he's a wolf.
That too.
He probably wanted to keep it a secret. Maybe he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing.
Exactly. There's a lot of things swirling around here.
Were the victims all from the same church or different churches?
Same church.
Maybe that's a lead, is to go talk to the pastor or at the church.
Yeah.
Why were they specifically targeted?
Yeah. That would be
Presbyterian of Nocturne.
Mm-hmm.
that would be a good one. Good idea.
Should we ask the Midnight Covenant if they knew him or knew he was a wolf?
Yeah.
Or try to trick him into
I mean, what is that conversation? Do you want to? Are you trying to see if Max? You're just trying to get Max to ask Elias this stuff, or?
Oh, well, that's the thing. As you said earlier, Brian. We might not want to let them know that we know that we're thinking about it. So we'd have to find another way to do it.
Yeah, Max would be hesitant to call Elias because that just sets off alarm bells.
I mean, Jane could think of this. So in detective TV shows, they track the perpetrators, perps. So where did Kevin live? And Samantha and
yeah,
other
excellent, very good, Jane.
Thanks.
That's very
I watched
good.
a lot of Law and Order. Ding ding.
Yeah. Dum dum. Yeah.
No, I mean track down the guys who.
Yeah.
I mean, look in the church too, and then track down the baddies.
I think we should do that. That's, to me, some legwork and some shoe leather is how you solve a lot of.
Sounds like detective work.
Yeah, exactly. The Shoe Leather Express.
You guys going to the First Presbyterian of Nocturne? Is that what I'm hearing, or
that? Do we want to go there, or do we want to go to the werewolf's house first?
I think the werewolf's house first, because I'm not sure what we would ask at the church.
Yes. Let us find out where they lived and go to their dwellings.
How do you do that? I'm not trying to. It's not trivia night.
No.
What methods would you go about to try and figure out where Kevin lived, assuming he isn't like listed in the white pages or whatever?
I would imagine Jacob has some methods to finding people, because he's got to find people to talk to him and interview them. So he's probably got some websites that he can go on and do like address searches and stuff on people.
And
go ahead.
Am I doing a roll, or?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I thought Max was to say something.
No, that's good. I'm just thinking. Go ahead. Let's
go ahead and investigate a mystery. If you want to snoop around the internet or something like that, yeah. Or do some Facebook detective work.
Yeah. Man.
Browser with the.
Where do these guys live? Let's see. And there's, where did it go? What happened here?
What sort of creature is it? Let's go. What sort of creature is it? The address you're gonna pull up, like his mailing address that you're gonna pull up is a PO box and a PO box at Nocturne Post Office. So that was not particularly helpful. Facebook would give you, he has been, because mixed success, he's been living in a camp.
Oh my river.
Or at least that's the best you can tell by the pictures and things that have been posted there. You see that he's gone on several hikes in the past couple months with not only the people that you see, or rather the people that you murdered today, I guess didn't murder, defended yourself against today. Not only are they in the pictures, but a couple other people that Max you would probably recognize from Midnight Covenant, and one you don't recognize, but Facebook would give you the name. Oh, I just had it. His name is
Rollo Tomasi.
Alaric. I couldn't remember if it was Alaric or what I could. Alaric. Alaric.
So there were 6 people in those pictures. Kevin's in jail. 2 are dead. There's 2 other Midnight Covenant people, and then this third guy or this 6th guy we just don't recognize at all.
Yeah, that Max would not recognize as being, at least not someone he.
He recognizes from the Midnight Covenant.
Yeah.
Did the camp, and from the pictures, did it look like everybody was living there? Like it was a camp for 5 or 6 people, or just one?
It did. It looked like there was a bit of a commune-like thing going on.
Can we...
Jacob would do a little sleuthing and see if he could get a geotag off of the images from the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in the metadata.
Oh, interesting. Let's go ahead and investigate a mystery and see how you can fail this maybe.
Not at
If I
all,
need to, I
apparently.
could take it into my editing suite.
Total
success. Boom.
Yeah. You notice that it is actually about a quarter mile away from kind of a noteworthy Nocturne landmark called the Silver Moon Clearing.
No.
Hey.
That's a little ominous.
Hey, that's a thing there. A clue.
A big clue.
Silver Moon Clearing has some history. The rumor mill, none of it particularly verified, is that it was like used for rituals from druidic rituals way back in the day. And was like a sacrificial site for those rituals and spells. So it has this kind of ooky spooky vibe to it.
Nice.
In the history from Nocturne.
Alrighty.
I know where we're going.
I mean, I'd say we start heading out there.
Loaded for wolf with silver.
Yes. Definitely.
I warn you to tell you that those pictures of the camp were like not particularly recent.
Okay.
You can definitely go out there. I mean, there may be something out there for you to find, but that whole commune camp thing seemed to like end isn't the right word. They stopped posting about a month and a half ago. You aren't really sure what that means.
But we might be able to talk to some people there and find out where they maybe went.
Sure, absolutely.
So, alrighty. Going there, I don't think is a bad idea at all.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we should help.
Anybody else? I don't know what y'all might want to try and investigate or do. So you got the old campsite.
I think that's a reasonable lead to track down.
You got the Silver Moon clearing.
I've got another question.
Yes, sir.
What is being concealed here?
Oh.
What is being concealed here? The final
Solution.
wow, you're on a
Right.
particular track here today.
It's just lending itself to that. I don't know. It seems very conspiratorial, and they're trying to eliminate people. So, or we think so. I don't know.
Because it's your question and the 12 and everything. As you scroll through Facebook, you see that that Kevin's last post, right? Because that's who you're looking up, right? And the rest of them, for that matter. Because you were able to cross-reference them and yada yada yada. Anyway, his last entry talks about him and a bunch of the others joining up with the they use kind of not so specific words, but the Midnight Covenant. We're so like kind of vague words like joining like-minded brothers. So I probably won't be posting much anymore. Kind of veiled words like that. All of them, like all 6 of them. But they all had this kind of. They all ended with. We're like something to the effect of we're following Alaric on this path.
Alaric.
And that's Max's buddy, right?
No.
No.
That's the 6th guy that nobody knows. Nobody
Oh,
recognizes him.
probably. Do we know? Is it possible that the Midnight Coven is a group of werewolves?
Maybe.
I mean, I think that's kind of what Max is afraid of right now, is why he does not want to call Elias.
No, I don't want to draw attention to this.
I think that somebody has that notion, absolutely. I don't know.
Or they're doing something they shouldn't be doing.
But up till now, has there been anything that was ever indicated that they were associated with werewolves or like lycanthropy or anything?
They do like the woods. They historically, you've pretty much encountered them in the evening. I would think if they were truly lycanthropes, they would have shown played that card during the riot. But I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't.
Sounds like we have to find this Rick guy.
Yeah.
List off some more of those torture methods,
Yeah, exactly. Bring along some silver spoons and some letter openers. Does Alaric have a Facebook account, and is he doing anything on Facebook? Or was he?
Alaric, I want to treat Alaric a little more mystery and say that he had very sparse Facebook usage. Almost everybody posted. Everyone who was in his kind of orbit would post, but himself basically had an account for doing communications with people. He would post he would post occasionally, but it would be basically platitude stuff or just kind of, you know, invaluable nonsense. Well, not nonsense, but happy birthdays and
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy that always just like clicked on the announcement stuff.
probably. Yeah. I haven't used Facebook in over 5 years, so I don't really know what the experience is anymore. But yeah, probably yeah. Guys,
I just remember like so and so's birthday. You want to wish him?
sure.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You click a button and it sends him a message. I'm like,
This is
that's
me being
personal.
heartfelt.
right?
Yeah.
Now it asks if you want to make a contribution to the cause of their choice.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Guys, I hope you've been intrigued tonight.
Yes. Thank you.
I hope I gave you something to chew on. I'm enjoying the Midnight Covenant.
Yes.
Are they? Aren't they? What's this? You know, what did he mean that they don't know anything? What do they mean? All this stuff. So, I hope you guys had fun too. I know you guys spent quite a little bit of time in the woods torturing people, but personally,
It was worth it.
It was. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun torture.
Good times.
first two-parter or one of two-parter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I think we'll definitely get it done next session. So,
Awesome.
guys, thank you so much. I had a blast.
Thank you. Good
Truly
night.
Thank you.
You all have
Thank
a
you.
great
Good
evening.
All right.
Take care now.
Good
Night,
night,
guys.
everyone.
Hey there, hunters. Fickle here. If you made it this far, thank you. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot, and it helps a lot. Thanks again.